Planned Parenthood conference when your character kind of stands up and questions this marketing, you know, almost kind of sales targets for abortions. I wouldn't think a lot of people are aware that this is something that goes on.
Well, it's because, like I said, Planned Parenthood has this unified voice and excellent marketing. I feel like in the pro-life movement, that is one thing that is very much lacking, is that we need a unified voice. Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be great, though, if we had our own brand, you know, that could compete and was marketed as such? Because that's what we need, because Planned Parenthood is so together and in unity about what they want to do, and that they're blindsiding young women because they're telling us it's all about reproductive health, it's all about women's rights. You hear all this from pro-choicers, it's all about women's rights. Well, what is that right? That right is to choose what? To choose to take another life when you get down to the root of it? And they're not talking about that. It's become so politicized, which I think is what you're seeing here in Ireland now. What's
your advice then for people here in Ireland? I mean, we have suffered really a huge blow to the pro-life movement in Ireland with the passage of abortion legislation here in this country. But you have hope for the future. I mean, in the United States, obviously, it's something you've been fighting against for a long time. What's your message to people today?
Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Even just being in this movement for a little over a year, I understand what it's like to have compassion fatigue, to get to a point where you feel like, is my voice being heard? Does anybody even care? And to have a sense of defeat almost in the last year can be a hard thing. But even if you reach one person, if one person changes their mind, or one baby is born because of something that you've done, then that's worth it. Your work is not in vain. And I think that's important to remember. And what was being said earlier about culture and law, to change the law, you have to stir it in the culture, and you have to touch people's hearts. That's where it starts. Abortion is an issue of the heart. So if we want to change people's minds, we have to treat them with love, respect, provide resources, and no one can argue with that.
And in terms of changing hearts and minds, I think that's something that this movie can achieve, right? So hopefully we'll be able to promote it on DVD in Ireland soon. How would you advise us to try and keep getting people to connect up with the Unplanned film?
I bet that everyone in here has a pro-choice friend. And if you have a pro-choice friend, they are your friend because they respect you for some reason and they love you. I challenge you to challenge them to watch the movie, because no matter what you believe, you should know why you believe it. And if you're so firm in your stance of being pro-choice, there's no reason to be worried that a movie could change your mind, right? So challenge everyone that you know to go and see the movie so that they know what they stand for.
Well, that's really good advice, and I hope everybody takes it on board from Ashley today. When the DVD was released on Amazon in the US, it went to #1. So let's have that happening here as well. Let's keep that rolling. Let's keep that success rolling. And Ashley, I'm delighted to hear that you're going to be producing your own film, and as you mentioned, you've got a lot of great opportunities coming your way, so I have a feeling it's not going to be the last film that people here will see you in today. So we wish you all the best of luck with everything that is to come, the work that you're continuing to do for the pro-life cause, and thank you so much for visiting us here in Ireland today.
Thank you.